Hello students, welcome to Competitive Exam Library YouTube channel. Today we are going to see what is the meaning of time response of feedback control system. So we are going to see this topic. So it may be a feedback control system or closed loop control system, whatever it may be. We are going to see what is the time response of feedback control system. We are already know what is the meaning of feedback control system, but we don't know what is the meaning of the time response. So why we have to study this time response is, first we have to analyze, for analyzing of system stability, and also accuracy. So for analyzing of these two factors of any control system, we are going to study what is the time response of a control system. So let us define what is the meaning of time response. So time response will be defined as response of output of the system when subjected to input which is the function of time, is called the time response of the system. Whenever you give a input for the system, you are going to get, that means for getting the output it is going to take some time, which will be called as the time response. So actually if you give the let us take one simple example. So whenever you give some input, let us consider I am giving one input here. So you give input signal will be like this. Let us give one input and you are going to expect some output here. So let us draw the output here. See, this is the input signal what I am giving, that will be just I am giving one ramp signal here. So with respect to time t, and here I am expecting the output will be r of t, here also with respect to t. So let us give the input here. The input I am giving is a step signal. Let us give a step signal. Sorry, if the step signal means you have to take u of t. So here I am giving a step signal, here also that is u of t. So whenever you give a step signal for this, the value I am giving is 1 unit step signal I am giving here. So what is the output you can expect? The output will be, so input you are giving like this, that is the 1, and the output what you are going to getting, that will be like this. It is an oscillatory in nature, we are getting like this, and you are getting the input will be like this. So with this value, if you observe here, it will have, so there will be response will be there. How it is going to vary, we are going to see here. After some period of time it will become reduces and it will become some a steady state value like this. So if you observe clearly, this time response can be divided into two parts. One part can be called as this part. If you observe this time response part, we are going to call it as, so two parts we can divide. One will be called as, this will be called as transient response. This part will be called as transient response. After this part we are going to call it as steady state response. So there are two parts will be there in the time response. One will be called as transient response, another will be called as steady state response. So we can define the time response will be, actually it is a summation of, so time response will be summation of what and what? It will be a summation of transient response as well as steady state response. So let us define what is the meaning of transient response and what is the meaning of steady state response. So whenever you consider the transient response, so let us define what is the meaning of transient response. So if you observe the transient response, variation of the, so variation in the output, we can define this as variation in output for the time it takes, to achieve its final value, So here whenever you are going to achieve the final value, you have some response that will be called as the transient response. So transient response, normally it will be represented with limit t tends to infinite, that is C of Ct will be equals to 0. That means whenever it is t tending to 0, the transient response will become 0. Whenever you take, this is in the frequency domain, limit s tends to 0, s into Ct of s will becomes 0. This is in the, we are representing in the frequency domain. So this representation normally we will call it as the frequency domain. This will be called as the time domain. So this is the meaning of the transient response. Another thing will be steady state response. What is the steady state response? So what is the definition of this steady state response? Is it is the part of time response which remains after transient response, vanishes. So it will be vanishes the transient, after the transient response, that will be CSST, it will be represented as CSST. So after the transient response, we are going to see this steady state response. That means it is reached to a final value of the desired output. That period we will call it as the steady state response. So we can write total time response will be, what we can write, the total time response of any system will be, that is we are already told, it will be summation of what is what, first one is the transient response as well as steady state response of the time. So steady state response, so it will indicates what steady state response will indicate, accuracy of the system. It will indicate the accuracy of system. So let us take one simple example for explanation how it will be mathematically. If you represent this C of t, so C of t will be given as like this, C of t is equals to 10 plus 5 into e to the power of minus 5t, or you may write 5 into e to the power of minus t plus 10. So if you observe here, this part will be, there are two parts we can define. This part will be transient response, this part will be called as transient response, this part will be called as a steady state response, value. See here, if you observe clearly the transient response, so if you observe transient response, how the nature of this transient response will be, it may be exponentially increasing, exponential nature it is having for transient response. If you see the steady state response, it is having a constant value for the steady state response. So this is one example of the time response. And if you observe this application where it is going to see the application of this steady state time response, see we are going to use this control system in radar tracking system. So for that we are going to use this time response, how much fast it is going to respond and how much target it is going to reach accurately, which we are going to use for this time response is used for the measurement. Okay, so how much it is going, that means in which direction we have placed, that direction it is going, or it is reaching correctly the target within the time. So all this measurement can be done by using this time response of the system. That's all in this video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe the channel. If you have any query, please make comment in the comment box. I can reply. Thank you very much.